Ladies and gentlemen, 2019 inductee, Brian Privet. Brian William Privet was born on September 22, 1976 in Huntsville, Alabama, to Bill and Joy Privet of Arab. Brian came from a tall, athletic family. Brian's grandmother was the leading scorer on the Austell High School girls basketball team in 1940. Brian's mother, Joy, lettered in basketball at South Cobb High School in Austell, Georgia. Bill lettered in football, basketball, and track at Tanner High School. He was team captain for both football and basketball, all Limestone County and all conference in football, a record-setting high jumper in track, a three-time all-county basketball player, and earned a scholarship to Livingston State University, now the University of West Alabama. Brian's sister Shelley was the first female to play soccer in the Arab Recreation League, even though her true love was ballet. Brian's athletic career started at age 5, with his dad as coach in the Arab Rec League. He was an all-around athlete and all-star player on many Recreation League baseball, basketball, and soccer teams. In Little League Baseball, he pitched a no-hitter and also hit the first home run in the state Little League tournament. At Arab High School, Brian played football, basketball, and baseball. In football, he was the quarterback, punter, and kicker for 2013 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Larry "Pod" Patterson from 1993 to 95. He was selected All-Marshall County in 1994 and 95. The Knights were 6A Area 14 champions in 1994 and went to the state playoffs in 1994 and 95. Brian played basketball for Coach Greg Tidmore and was an All-Area 14 selection in 1993, 94, and 95. He was also selected honorable mention on the 1995 All-State team as a senior. Brian also played shortstop in baseball for Coach Chris Leak from 1992 to 95. Following his high school career, Brian signed an athletic scholarship to play basketball at Faulkner University in Montgomery for Coach Jim Sanderson. The Eagles made an Elite Eight appearance in the 2000 NAIA National Tournament. Brian graduated from Faulkner University in 2000 with a bachelor's degree in physical education and health. He was named Mr. Faulkner University and received the Presidential Award for the graduating class of 2000. Brian went on to an outstanding career as a basketball coach. In his first job at Mount Dora Bible School in Florida, Coach Privet's teams went 37-8 from 2000 to 2002. He then went to Madison Academy in Madison, Alabama, where he coached the girls' teams from 2005 to 2017. During that time, the Mustangs had a record of 297-99, won the Class 3A state championship in 2011, and the 4A state championship in 2017. The Mustangs were state runner-up in 2009 and 2010. Brian was selected as the 2011 Sports Med Coach of the Year and finished his coaching career with a record of 334 wins and 107 losses. In 2006, Brian earned his master's degree in administration in education. Following the state championship in the 2017 season, he became the principal of the upper school at Madison Academy. Brian is married to Melinda Privet. They have 4 children: Jatona, a senior at Madison Academy, Libby, a freshman, Sydney, a 6th grader, and Kinsey, a 4th grader. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2019 inductee, Mr. Brian Privet.
Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame board member Kevin Surratt will present Brian Privet with his plaque.
Don't worry, my kids are keeping a watch back there too, as normal. Thank you, Kevin Surratt, for this nomination, and thank you to the board of Marshall County that makes this possible. I'm very honored. Thank you, Dad, for your consistent modeling of hard work. Thank you for your time you spent with me playing toss or shooting basketball. It's It's always amazed me how you made it to almost every practice, yet still after practice or after a game, you still didn't hold things over me and make a big deal about mistakes, and just constant encouragement and just present. Multiple basketball goals you put up for me, tore down some, thinking I was Michael Jordan, that kind of thing, and I appreciate that. So I'm forever grateful. Thank you for the no mercy handshakes before games. To Mom, I'm thankful for your unwavering support in all areas of my life. No matter how good or how bad I did, you always seem to see the best in me. You're an amazing woman of God and of service. To my coaches, several coaches here tonight, thank you for your investment in my life. To Coach Patterson, I appreciate the man that you are. The camaraderie we had playing football for you was such a blessing and great opportunity. To Coach Timour, thank you for believing in me at such an early age and pushing me to become a better basketball player and a better person, a better teammate. Appreciate you keeping up with me and your continued investment in me. Thank you, my sister Shelley, for being an amazing sister. Ballet and flageolet and clarinet don't seem to get as much recognition as the guy that's playing a bunch of sports and being my sister. But you always supported me in so many ways in my life. Thank you to my wife, Melinda, for being an unbelievable partner in my life. I appreciate your support. I'm not sure you knew what you were signing up for, being a coach's wife, coming out of college. You've been such a blessing. I love you and appreciate you. One of my former players, Sierra Jones, is here tonight, just returning from playing professionally in Spain after playing at Belmont University. She just won a championship in Spain. She's back, and Sierra is one that embodies everything I wanted in my players as a coach, and you display that as a person, living Christ first in all that you do. To Libby, Sydney, and Kenzie, I appreciate you. You're amazing and a blessing to your mom and I, and we look forward to seeing who you fully become in the Lord's purposes. As others have said up here, it's such a blessing to have the opportunity to coach and to pour into other people and try to pull greatness out of them. And that has been such a blessing, and I'm humbled by that opportunity. I wrote down just that I see true Hall of Famers as those who have learned to love and trust God, and those that love and care for others. Those who work hard daily and live unselfishly. Those who keep commitments and stay married, as my parents have for almost half a century. Those who find purpose outside their own self, are a part of something that's bigger than themselves, and live to serve someone bigger than themselves. People who work in community parks and recreation centers that create ongoing opportunities for kids. So thank you to all volunteer coaches who invest in kids' lives. Hall of Fame people are those who learn to compete to be their best, and regardless of the outcome, they respect others. People are high character when they do not get their way and do not win. True Hall of Famers are people who do the little things on a daily basis and don't need fanfare to do so. I'm thankful for the people I've been able to learn from and through. Thank you to each of you that have been a part of my story. I am blessed by the opportunities I've been able to experience. There are so many great lessons that I've learned from my experiences in sports and playing and coaching different teams. I'll leave you with one image and memory planted in my mind that I'll always cherish. And it goes back to youth baseball and winning a youth baseball tournament that sent us to play in the state tournament. And my dad was the coach. And after the game, I ran and jumped in his arms. I hope that sports continues to be filled with memories like this that may not get captured on SportsCenter. I appreciate all of you that make opportunities like that available to kids, and that's really what it's all about. Thankful for dads like mine that invest So, I humbly accept this honor. My prayer is that everyone finds complete peace and trust in the one who's able to lift you up. Thank you.
Hey folks, Tim Witt at Sand Mountain Toyota. Our goal is to be Sand Mountain's pre-owned vehicle destination. We strive to keep vehicles for every budget, and all of our vehicles go through a strict multi-point inspection by our award-winning service department. And don't forget, we're paying top dollar for your vehicle. We want to buy your vehicle. Sand Mountain Toyota, Highway 431 Albertville, or sandmountaintoyota.com.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
When my dad wanted a new mower, he'd say, "Come on, buddy, let's go see Jim, our local Toro dealer." For service, I'd hear, "Come on, buddy, let's call Jim." So naturally, I got my mower here. Some things never change. Right, buddy? Well, some things. Real people, real support. You can't beat the personal service from your neighborhood Toro dealer. There's a Toro dealer like Jim in your town.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bond's Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service in Albertville has been the best place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. The Wilkes family takes pride in carrying on a tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose people you can trust. At Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Christy Martin. Christy Maureen Martin was born on January 9, 1975 in Gunnersville, Alabama, to Chris and Marie Martin of Boaz. In 1980, Marie married Mike McCullum. Christy has two siblings, a sister, Robin Limbaugh, and a brother, Michael McCullum. Both Christy's dad and stepdad have passed away. Marie was a longtime elementary teacher in Boaz, so Christy grew up in Boaz schools. She played youth sports through the Boaz Recreation Department. She also played in the Saturday Morning Basketball League created by Boaz head girls basketball coach Gerald Thomas, a 2005 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee. Christy played on the Boaz Junior High girls basketball team in 7th and 8th grade. Her 2 years on the junior high squad were very successful as the Lady Pirates went 41-1 and won the Marshall County Championship in 1988. The only loss in the 2 years was in the Marshall County Tournament Finals a year later to an Asbury squad, which was a feeder school for Boaz High School at that time. Coach Thomas moved Christy up to the varsity team after her 8th grade season finished that year. The Boaz Lady Pirates enjoyed immense success during Christy's high school years, and she was a big part of it. Boaz won 4 straight area championships, and in her junior season, they captured the first Marshall County Tournament Championship in school history. Her senior year, they repeated that feat. In 1992 and 93, the Lady Pirates made it to the state tournament for only the second time in school history, where they lost in the quarterfinals to eventual state champion Winona. In her 4 years on the varsity, Boaz had an overall record of 106-22, including a school record for wins at that time with a record of 28-4 in 92-93. Christy built a terrific individual resume as well. She scored 1,556 points in her career. She was named to the Class 5A Area 13 All-Area team 4 straight years and was named Most Valuable Player in 1992. She was also a member of the All-Marshall County team for 3 years. She was named MVP in 1992 and co-MVP in 1993. Additionally, Christy was named to the Alabama Sports Writers Birmingham News All-State team in both 1992 and 93 and was Academic All-State in 1992. Christy also excelled in track and field at BHS. She was a 3-time All-Marshall County and All-Sectional performer in track, where she competed in numerous events. During her junior season, she finished 5th in the 400 meters at the AHSAA State Track Meet. The Boaz girls were Marshall County track champions in 1991. After graduating from Boaz High in 1993, Christy signed a basketball scholarship with the University of Montevallo. Her freshman season, the Lady Falcons went all the way to the NAIA Final Four. They finished with a 28-7 record, and Christy was an integral part of the team, finishing second on the team with 2.4 assists per game. The following year, Coach Gary Van Atta's Lady Falcons went 22-10 and advanced to the NAIA Elite Eight. In 1995-96, Christy's junior year, the team had a sparkling 25-4 record and were named Gulf South Conference champions. They made an NAIA Sweet 16 appearance. After her junior year was over, Coach Van Atta left Montevallo for the University of Tennessee Martin. Christy decided to join her former Boaz teammate Mandy Thomas, a 2018 Marshall County Hall of Fame inductee, at Kennesaw State University to play for Coach Colby Tilley. During her senior year, Christy's team finished 30-2, won the Peach Belt Tournament, the South Atlantic Regional, and qualified for the NCAA Elite Eight in Grand Forks, North Dakota. The Lady Owls eventually lost to Bentley in the quarterfinals. Christy led the team with 3.1 assists per game. In May 1998, she received her BA degree in exercise science from Kennesaw State. Christy then took a job as an assistant women's basketball coach at the University of the South in Sewanee, Tennessee. After a year there, she moved to Atlanta and took the same job at Emory University. She continued to move up in the college ranks and took an assistant's job at the University of Central Florida. After 3 years as a college assistant, Christy decided she wanted to come back home. She got her master's degree in physical education from UAB in 2004. She served stints as the head girls basketball coach at Chelsea High School, Spain Park High School, Broken Arrow High School in Tulsa, Oklahoma, and Riverfield Country Day School in Tulsa. In 2012, Christy returned to the Birmingham metro area to teach and coach at Homewood Middle School. Her Homewood 8th grade team won the Metro South Conference Championship in 2013 and 2017, and her 7th grade volleyball team won the conference title in 2015. She has been named Metro South Conference Coach of the Year twice. In 2018, Christy's 1993 and 94 Montevallo women's team was inducted into the university's Women's Basketball Hall of Fame. She is an active parishioner at St. Francis of Xavier Catholic Church in Birmingham. She continues to coach and teach at Homewood Middle School. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2019 inductee, Miss Christy Martin.
Good evening. Thank you, Patrick. I don't know if I need to blame you or my mom for those track pictures. Those were rough. I would like to begin with how honored I am to be receiving this award and being a part of this distinguished group of inductees tonight. I would like to thank the Hall of Fame Board of Directors for their vote of confidence in selecting me for this award. When I walked in tonight, as I look out in the room, I see all these family and friends that are supporting me being here tonight. I see past teachers in the back, friends from grammar school and high school, Mandy Thomas, Langford inductee last year, all the way here from Tennessee. I want to thank my family. Well, I have family here that drove from Northwest Alabama, from Birmingham, and all the way from Kentucky. Your love and support are unmatched, and I thank you all for that. Coach Thomas, I can't thank you enough for what you did, not just for me, but for the girls basketball program at Boaz. You know, it wasn't until I became a coach and the exhausting nights, practices, games, late nights watching film, on the road scouting, lonely bus rides home, taking phone calls from angry parents. It wasn't until then that I realized how much you did for us. So I thank you for that, Coach Thomas. Lastly, I'd like to thank my parents, Mike and Marie McCollum and Chris Martin. As you know, both my fathers have passed away, but if anyone should be here tonight, it's Mike. He was my #1 fan. He's who I went to when we lost games. I had no idea from 7th grade to 12th grade until later on. I've got a stack of stats that he took of my entire team and me for 6 straight years with pen and paper. And you know, tonight he's got the best seat in the house. So for the one who is here tonight, my mom, thank you for your tireless nights, for teaching all day, getting in the car, driving to Montevallo, driving to Kennesaw, getting back in the car and going to teach the next morning. I'm up here because of you guys, so thank you for that. If you know my mom, you know she's tough as nails. And I love to tell my players and their parents, I mean, she's my biggest fan. But after games, I could have 20 points, I could have 5 assists, I could have 3 steals, run up in the stands. Mandy and I, we'd drop our bags off with our parents. And Marie, she would know, well, you missed this many free throws, and you had this many turnovers. But she was also the loudest one in the stands. Susan knows, yelling for the Lady Pirates. She had the loudest clap in the state of Alabama. If you came to a game, you knew that. When Coach Thomas would show game film, you couldn't hear anything but my mom's clap. So what I'm saying is you are a perfect mix of not too much criticism and not too much praise. And I think we're missing that today. So thank you for being perfect in my eyes. I also want to thank Boaz High School. I tell my players all the time, if there was a time in my life I could go back, I'd go back to Boaz. I say it all the time. I love Boaz through and through. I love them so much that, and I thought they loved me so much that 6 of us, 5 starters, decided on the night of the morning of the championship game, my senior year for the Marshall County tournament. You saw in the film, we just won it my junior year. So my senior year, we were like, let's skip first period. Let's go to Waffle House. There's no way they're going to suspend all 5 of us, because we're probably going to win the championship again. So we go, we skip, we think we're awesome. We get back, and they don't suspend us. So you get an option. You can have early morning detention for a week, or you can take 2 paddlings by Miss Milner. So 5 of us took 2 licks. And she lit us up. I don't think I sat down to at least 3rd period. But we got a good breakfast. We thought we were rebels. We won back-to-back Marshall County championships, so it was worth it. And you know, it meant a lot to me then, but it means even more now. And I don't know if that's the right thing to do. I'm going into administration. So I don't know if that's the right thing to do, not to suspend us. But for me, that was like, you know, once a pirate, always a pirate. And it was worth it. So I don't know what you do, Patrick, but if you could do 2 licks now. So thank you all again. I'm not going to stand up here any longer, but I really am truly honored. So thank you for this award.
It's quiet now, but in a few hours the stadium will be full. The players will get dressed and prepare themselves for the challenges that lay ahead. Players dedicating themselves to succeeding on the field. Success begins with having a plan, along with the discipline to execute it. Just like the plan that begins with choosing the right financial partner for life. That's People's Independent Bank, where service, solutions, and smart advice are the foundation of our bank. Isn't it time you win? People's Independent Bank. You'll like banking with us.
Member FDIC, Equal Housing Lender.
With gas prices and inflation at an all-time high, Alexander Ford understands it's tough out there. We do not want to be just some dealership, we want to be your dealership. For all your sales, parts, and service needs, we believe we can save you money. We have new inventory on the way, a fully stocked parts department, and an award-winning service department. Alexander Ford has been family owned and operated for over 50 years in Boaz. We want to be a part of your family.
Visit Boaz Discount Drugs in Johnson Hallmark in their new location just up the street on the corner of Highway 168 and Elizabeth Street in Boaz. Same helpful, friendly service with personal attention to each prescription. Boaz Discount Drugs is your prescription compounding specialist with custom medications to fit your needs. And Johnson's Hallmark is your source for all occasion cards and gift items. Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is a proud supporter of our community and our local schools, academics, and athletics. Best of luck to all our local teams throughout the season. Our mission at Marshall DeKalb Electric Cooperative is to provide the most reliable electrical service at the lowest possible rate. We strive to achieve our mission with quality and reliable service and a commitment to our consumer needs. We want to be a beacon in each community that we serve.
Twilight Monument in Boaz is your hometown dealer, and they'll be there for you when you need them, just as they've done for hundreds of families over the past 37 years. You can depend on Jerry and Maxine Battles at Twilight Monument Company.
Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Simone May. Viola Simone May was born in Huntsville, Alabama on February 25, 1988 to Brenda May and Stephen Cottrell. She has 3 siblings, Khalil May, Raven Cottrell, and Evan Cottrell. Her uncle, David Staten, was a member of Guntersville High School's 1976 state championship basketball team, and her cousin, Howard Cross, played football for the University of Alabama and the New York Giants. From an early age, Simone was interested in many different activities. She played recreation league softball and basketball. Simone also took gymnastics at Joan Howard Gymnastics and dance at the Jane Cole School of Dance. In junior high, she started playing basketball, volleyball, and track and field. It was here that teachers and coaches began to recognize the determination, work ethic, and skills that would characterize Simone's future successes in athletic and academic endeavors. In high school, Simone played forward and post for Wildcat basketball coaches Jim Embry and Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame nominee Miranda Keller McCoy. She was a 4-time All-Marshall County selection in 2002, 2003, 2004, and 2005. All-Area 16 in 05 and 06, and Area 16 MVP in 2005. In track and field at GHS, Simone excelled as a sprinter and jumper for coaches Randall Taylor and Chris Bashaw. She won state track and field medals all 4 years that she was in high school. As a junior in the 2004 state track meet, Simone won first place in the long jump, triple jump, and 100-meter high hurdles. As a senior in 2005, she repeated this feat, also adding the 300-meter intermediate hurdles to her win list to become a 4-event winner in the state meet. In addition, Simone was a 3-time All-Marshall County MVP, Coleman Invitational MVP, and was selected as the Gadsden Times Athlete of the Year in 2004, 2005, and 2006. However, it was volleyball where Simone made her biggest mark in high school and college athletics. From her position as a middle hitter and blocker, Simone led the Wildcats to 4A state championships in 2004 and 2005. The Guntersville coaches were John Mosley, Dusty Cothran, and 2015 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Laura Clark. As a senior, Simone was honored as the 2005 4A State Tournament MVP, 4A State Player of the Year, and a member of the North Alabama All-Star Team. She also received Academic All-State, All-Marshall County, All-Area, and All-Region honors. Following her senior year, University of Georgia volleyball coach Steffi Legal-Riddle inked Simone to a volleyball scholarship. She played for the Bulldogs under head coach Joel McCartney from 2006 to 2011 as a side hitter and blocker. Simone was an outstanding student at Georgia, making the Dean's List, and was on the Academic All-SEC Honor Roll for 4 years. According to the UGA Volleyball Media Guide, May finished her college career as a 4-year letter winner with 283 kills and 88 blocks, playing in 70 matches and 196 sets. Simone graduated in 2011 with a Bachelor of Science degree in Child and Family Development and returned to her hometown to coach middle school volleyball and high school track and field. She also worked as a graduate research assistant for the RAND Corporation. Over the next few years, Simone attended graduate school at Auburn University. She earned a master's degree in clinical mental health counseling in 2014 and a PhD in counselor education and supervision in 2017. While at Auburn, she received a fellowship from National Leadership in Counseling and an Auburn University Postdoctoral Instructor Fellowship. Simone was inducted into the Chi Sigma Iota International Honor Society, was recognized as the Iota Delta Sigma Most Outstanding Clinical Mental Health Counseling Student, and was a Holmes Scholar. During her time in grad school, Simone also found time to coach the Tigers Volleyball Club, work as a residential specialist at the Lee County Youth Development Center, serve as a tutor and mentor for Auburn University Student Athlete Support Services, and teach graduate and undergraduate classes. She also volunteers her time with the Fellowship of Christian Athletes, Samaritan's Purse, Way to Serve Ministries, Blessings in a Backpack, the Jason Duffner Foundation, and teaches Vacation Bible School in her church. In 2018, Dr. Simone May began a job on the teaching faculty of Florida State University. She also served as the Kaleo Shepherd for the Kids Across America camp in Golden, Missouri. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2019 inductee, Dr. Simone May.
Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Board Member Martin Hester will present Dr. May with her plaque.
Good evening. To, first of all, God, my Lord and my Savior, my Creator and my Sustainer. To all of you, my family, my friends, guests, and fans. I'm extremely honored to be inducted into the 2019 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame class. My heart overflows with joy, not only because I'm receiving such recognition, but also because I did not do anything that I've done on my own. God has blessed me with a village that includes my family, friends, teammates, my teammates' parents, and fans who have all walked this journey with me. A special thanks to my parents, Brenda May and Stephen Cottrell, my godmother, Maddie Maston, my grandmother, the late Viola Staten, and my Coaches Gray, Clark, Kitchens, Embry, McCoy, Taylor, Bashaw, Mosley, and Cawthorn. Thank you for believing in me, for supporting me, guiding me, and encouraging me. As I stated before, I did not do anything that I have done on my own. Wonderful are your works. My soul knows it very well. Thank you.
With your Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet, your busy life just got a lot less complicated. The Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet is compatible with Apple, Google, and Samsung Pay, and it's available right now on your mobile device. Citizens Bank and Trust. Small bank, big difference.
Steve and Marilyn Murphy invite you to visit Harrelson Drugs. In addition to being your trusted healthcare resource, Harrelson carries a great selection of gifts and collectibles. You'll find aisles of the most popular names and brands suitable for any occasion. They're also your source for customized invitations and printing. You'll always find an all-occasion card to say exactly what you feel. Harrelson's also carries convenience groceries from the shelf and from the cooler. Harrelson Drugs on the corner of Obrig and Patterson in Gunnersville.
RE/MAX Gunnersville is a proud supporter of the Gunnersville City Schools academics and athletics. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the year. For all your real estate needs, call on the local professional staff at RE/MAX Gunnersville, 256-582-5585. As loyal fans for over 6 decades, this team of former Wildcats is proud to support Gunnersville City Schools academics and athletics. Beard and Beard Attorneys at Law would like to wish our local schools the best of luck and encourage their fans to attend the games and cheer them on.
Hi, this is Paul Harris with State Farm in Gunnersville, your local State Farm agent. I am a proud Gunnersville alumni and Wildcat athletic supporter. Please give us a call at 256-582-3250 or come by and see us at 1246 Gunner Avenue across from the gas port for all your insurance needs. We are here to help life go right. Best of luck and go Wildcats.
First Baptist Church of Gunnersville is another proud supporter of Gunnersville High School. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the season.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2019 inductee, Coach G.B. Beasley. George Brewer G.B. Beasley was born December 3, 1933 in Montgomery, Alabama, to George W. and Elizabeth Beasley, the second of 8 children. The Beasleys moved to Etowah County when G.B. started school. He started playing sports for the Etowah High School Blue Devils and legendary Hall of Fame coach Jim Glover. As a senior in 1949, G.B. was selected Birmingham News first-team All-State guard on Glover's undefeated state championship team. The 5'8", 185-pound guard, nicknamed Square, was selected team co-captain along with end Donald Colgrove and played in the Alabama High School All-Star Game. According to Coach Glover's son, Jerry, "My dad said after all his coaching was finished, G.B. was the player who I could fire up the very most. G.B. usually was drawn to tears in the pregame locker room. My dad, I think, looked upon him like another son." Following graduation in 1950, G.B. went to play football at the University of Alabama under Coach Harold "Red" Drew. He played during the 1950 and 51 seasons before enlisting in the U.S. Army in 1952. G.B. on the right is shown with his father George and brothers Johnny on the left and Roland in the front. After his service to our country, G.B. attended Jacksonville State Teachers College, now Jacksonville State University, to complete his college degree. He earned Phi Beta Kappa honors and began a successful career as a math teacher, coach, and administrator. In 1954, G.B. met another Jack State student, Gene Everett of Rainsville. The couple married in 1955. Following graduation, they moved to Attalla, where G.B. became a math teacher and assistant coach for 4 years at Etowah High School with Coach Glover. After undefeated teams in 1956 and 1958, Coach Beasley became the head football coach at Cherokee County High School in Center. In his second season, Beasley led the 1961 Warriors to an undefeated 9-0-1 mark and a top 10 state ranking. Following the season, he was selected as one of the coaches for the North in the AHSAA All-Star Game in Tuscaloosa. He thus became one of only a few to both play and coach in the All-Star Game. Albertville High School came calling, and Beasley moved to Sand Mountain in 1962. It was here that Coach Beasley would take a faltering Aggie team to one of the best in their storied history. His first Aggie team started slow, but ended the season with consecutive wins over Scottsboro, Emma Sansom, and Gunnersville. The Aggies were led that year by All-State guard and linebacker Roger Little Leroy Hart, a 2017 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee who played at the University of Kentucky. The highlight of Beasley's tenure at Albertville came in 1965, when the Aggies went 8-1-1 and was ranked in the 4A top 10. This senior-laden team included many standout players, with 5 receiving college football scholarships. All-State players Larry Buchanan from Auburn and Bobby Murphy, Alabama. 2007 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee and board member Mike Little, Jacksonville State. Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame nominee Ken Gilliland to Livingston State. And Verban Farmer, Chattanooga. Other outstanding senior players, including Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame board member Bill Aaron, Thomas Alford, Edwin Hill, Tommy Carr, Tom Moore, Jackie Neesmith, Dennis Dickerson, Ricky Raines, Ronald Dendy, Lloyd Davis, Sheldon Elmore, and Ronald Dyer. Many of these players met regularly for lunch with Coach Beasley for many years to recall that special season and the positive impact he had on their lives. The 8-1-1 record remains as the best regular season mark at AHS since the 1954 team went 9-1 for 2002 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Ralph Reed. In 1966, Coach Beasley went to Haleyville for 6 years as the head football coach. While there, he completed a master's degree and AA certification in administration and supervision from the University of Alabama. GB decided to hang up his whistle to become the principal at Fort Payne High School, serving from 1972 until his retirement in 1987. After retirement, he became a consultant for the Alabama Association of School Principals Association and was on the NASSP Board of Directors, where he had the opportunity to meet President Ronald Reagan in 1984. He also served as a deacon and Sunday school teacher at his church, president of the Rotary Club, president of the Fort Payne City Board of Education, and board member of the DeKalb County Sports Hall of Fame. GB was also inducted into the Etowah County Sports Hall of Fame and the Alabama Educational Leaders Hall of Fame. Coach and Mrs. Beasley have 2 sons, Brian and Tim. Brian and his wife Deb have 2 daughters, Meg Beasley and Paige Beasley Wetzel. Both were outstanding volleyball players and students at Fort Payne High School. Meg played volleyball at Faulkner University. She also coached the 2017 Plainview High School volleyball team to area and region championships and the AHSAA Elite 8. She is currently an elementary teacher in Satsuma. Paige played at JSU and is currently the Director of Volleyball Operations at Auburn University. Paige and her husband, Josh Wetzel, are shown here with GB and Jean. He is the Digital Media Director for Auburn Athletics. The Wetzels have 2 daughters, shown here with GB, Harper, and Peyton. Sadly, Coach GB Beasley passed away on March 30th, 2017. He will always be remembered for his dedication to his profession and the love he displayed for his players, students, and family. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2019 inductee, Mr. GB Beasley.
This is really very nice, and I really want to say thank you. This is very meaningful to me. I hope that things will move a little slower for us now. But thank you for caring, and just keep us in your prayers.
This does mean a lot to our family. We are very thankful for the players that continued to keep up with our grandfather, and he, because he had a very unique and special place in his heart for all of you. We heard a lot of stories about you, and they were stories that inspired us, and they really helped my sister and I in our walk in as far as coaching and our endeavors in touching young lives. My sister and I can honestly say that our grandparents, both GB and Jean, have really impacted us in very strong ways, and we're very fortunate to have them as our grandparents. GB he really put a large impact on a lot of people's lives everywhere he went. And again, we are very fortunate to be here, and we're very thankful for this. And again, to his players, thank you so much for staying a part of his life. And thank you all for loving him and appreciating him alongside us.
Since 1943, the Municipal Utilities Board has been meeting utility needs of the citizens of Albertville and surrounding areas. From keeping your home comfortable to providing necessary expansions and supporting industrial and commercial growth, MUB provides the utilities you rely on in your everyday life. Electricity, water, wastewater, all at a reasonable cost. MUB is committed to providing reliable service today and resources tomorrow. MUB is proud to be a supporter of this community channel broadcast.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this community channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally. The physicians and staff at Lakeside Clinic in Guntersville are proud supporters of our local schools and athletic teams. Lakeside Clinic in Guntersville, proudly physician-owned and operated.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2019 inductee, Joe Teal. Joe Teal was born on June 19, 1947, to Raymond and Tensie Teal of Pleasant Grove near Douglas, Alabama. Joe has an older brother, Dan, and a younger brother, Bruce. All 3 brothers played point guard for the Douglas Eagles. Dan from 1961 to 63, Joe from 63 to 65, and Bruce from 65 to 67. James Pooney Jolly was Joe's first coach on the junior high basketball team at Douglas. As a sophomore, Joe played on the JV team and was coached by Coach Cecil Pruitt. His first high school coach was Jay Dye, who was followed by 2005 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Thomas Raines in his senior season. Joe played alongside Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductees Wayne Wigley, class of 2002, Richard Hayes, class of 2007, and Kenneth Adams, class of 2019. Other team members included Gary Duke, Darrell Gamble, Larry Ivy, Lynn Mullinax, Tommy Roberts, Dwight Shirley, and Kenneth Wilson. His senior year, Joe was selected to the All-Region 5 tournament team as the Eagles went on to the 1965 AHSAA State Basketball Tournament, losing to the eventual state champion Priceville. During Joe's senior year, he was the senior class president and president of the Beta Club. Even though he did not earn an athletic scholarship to play basketball in college, Joe was an excellent student and attended Snead State for 1 year and 2 summers before transferring to Jacksonville State as a junior to continue his education. Joe also continued with his love of basketball by playing on the school's intramural basketball team. Joe graduated from Jacksonville State with a bachelor's degree in mathematics and biology in 1968 and married his high school sweetheart, Bonnie Brothers. In the fall of 1968, Joe started his career as a math teacher and junior high basketball coach at Kate Duncan Smith Daughters of the American Revolution School, DAR. His 9th grade team went 20-5 and won the Marshall County Tournament Championship. In 1969, he became the junior varsity coach for 2 years under coaches Bobby McCracken and Clint Langley. In 1971, Coach Teal was elevated to the head basketball coaching job by 2002 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame charter class inductee Percy Lee. Teal's 1973 Patriots were 23-7 and finished second to Guntersville in the Marshall County basketball tournament. The team was led by 2 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductees, Terry Fuel, class of 2010, and Gerald Morrison, class of 2013. In 1976, 2018 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Randy Barnes was Teal's starting point guard as a freshman. During his 5 years as the head basketball coach, the Patriots won 97 games and had 4 20-win seasons. In addition, Teal's manager at DAR was none other than 2016 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Craig Roden, one of the most successful women's college basketball coaches in the country. In 1972, Mr. Lee asked Joe to become the head baseball coach for the Patriots. His 1973 team won the area tournament and went all the way to the state finals before losing to Flomaton in the state championship series. Fuel and Morrison were again instrumental in the Patriots' run to the state tourney. In 1974, Coach Teal led the East-West All-Star baseball team to a win in Huntsville and a trip to the North-South All-Star game at Rickwood Field in Birmingham. In addition to his coaching and teaching duties, Joe earned a master's degree in school administration from Alabama A&M University in 1973 and AA certification from the University of Alabama. Following the 1976 basketball season, he was appointed to be the principal at DAR High School, where he stayed for 17 years. As principal and athletic director, Mr. Teal continued to support academic and athletic programs, hiring many successful teachers and coaches, including 2009 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Bobby Buford. In 1993, Joe became a supervisor in the Marshall County schools. In 1996, he was hired as principal at Guntersville High School. Joe retired from public education in 1997, but continued his career, serving 2 years as principal at Westminster Christian Academy in Huntsville. In 1999, he answered a call to serve as Minister of Education and Administration at First Baptist Church in Athens for 14 years. He is currently serving as interim pastor at West Highland Baptist Church in Athens. Joe and Bonnie have been married for 51 years and have 2 children, Jason and Melanie. Jason and his wife Michelle have 3 children, Tyler, Jacob, and Sierra. Melanie and her husband Brian Lyles also have 3 children, Parker, Madeline, and Olivia. Joe enjoys playing golf and being involved in the lives of his grandchildren. Joe's personal integrity and dedication to his family, students, players, teachers, church, and community continues to define his life of service to others. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2019 inductee, Mr. Joe Teal.
My current DAR principal and Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame board member, Stacy Anderton.
I want to thank the directors of the Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame for the honor of being inducted, and it is quite an honor. I want to thank my mom and dad, Raymond and Tynes Teal, who've always supported me and my brothers in all of our school endeavors. I want to thank both of my brothers who are here tonight, who not only have been my brothers, but they've also been my best friends throughout life and life mentors to me, and I thank both of them. I especially want to thank my wife, Bonnie. She was a great coach's wife, she was a great principal's wife, and now she's a great pastor's wife. I think Bonnie's probably been to more high school proms and basketball games than any woman alive. She's on her way to becoming the lady that holds the record of being in the most church services in the history of the world, too. I want to thank my children, my grandchildren, because they taught me about unconditional love. It's a word that I knew by definition, but I didn't know it in action until I had children and grandchildren. So I thank them, and I'm glad that all of them are here tonight. I want to thank the players who played for me, players like Terry Fuel, who is here, and Gerald Morrison and Randy Barnes, who are in this Hall of Fame. Players like that are the reason coaches like me can one day have this kind of honor. They were great players, but I had a lot of other great players who played for me. I want to thank the coaches who worked alongside of me. Basketball, baseball are both team sports, but so is coaching. And I had some great folks on my coaching team. John Myers was always my right hand at DAR. Bobby Talley, Eddie Johnson, Stan Davis, John Boyd helped me with that baseball team, and I'm so thankful for John's assistance with that. But I also want to thank two men that are not here tonight because they've already gone to heaven, but Billy Joe Cooper and Billy Tucker, along with James Field, who is here, coached that bunch of high school kids when they were in the 7th and 8th grade. And when those guys, when I got them to high school, they were ready to play. So James and Billy Joe and Billy Tucker, thank you for what y'all did with those guys. I want to thank Coach Percy Lee. Mr. Lee had enough confidence in me, and I want to tell you a little bit about how I got the job at DAR to start with. When Mr. Lee got to DAR in 1970, I was an experienced coach. I had 2 years. 1 year in junior high, 1 in JV, and I just thought I'm the automatic. I'm going to be the guy he hires to be the high school basketball coach. Mr. Lee, once he got settled in the community, got into the school, I went up to see him expecting he's just going to hire me like that. And Mr. Lee burst my bubble very quickly. It took him about less than 10 seconds to say, you're not going to get this job. Probably the greatest favor he ever did for me. But then less than a year later, Mr. Lee also paid me the greatest compliment. Now, Mr. Lee, when he came that year, had a son in the 10th grade, Andy, who's here. And Andy played with me on the JV team. I did get to coach the JV team another year, and Andy played for me. And we really didn't have a great season. That was a season that we just didn't. It was my worst. It was my worst record, but indeed I think it was my best coaching year. To be honest about it, Andy. But anyway, at the end of that year, Mr. Lee came down to my classroom. I was teaching mathematics. He knocked on the door and wanted me to come outside in the hallway, and I went out there, and he said, "You still want to be the head basketball coach at DAR?" And I said, "Well, yes, sir, but we have a coach." And he said, "We do today, but we won't have tomorrow." And I'll go back. When Mr. Lee first told me I wasn't going to get the job, I said, I really wanted to debate that, you know. I thought he's passing over the best candidate. And Mr. Lee said, I've already told you once, but I'll tell you again, you're not getting this dang job. I cleaned that up for you, Andy. But he made me understand full well that I wasn't going to be the head coach at DAR, but 10 months later, he's knocking on my classroom door and saying, "Do you still want to be the head coach?" And I said, "Yes, sir, I sure do." And this is what he said. It was the greatest compliment that I've ever had as a coach. He said, "Well, you're the man I want my son to play for." And I've never had a greater compliment than Andy. I want to thank Coach Thomas Raines, who's also been a mentor to me in coaching, and Coach Bobby McCracken. I worked with Bobby there at DAR for 2 years. I learned a lot of basketball from Bobby McCracken, who was a great coach. I want to thank the Daughters of the American Revolution and the Grant community for supporting me as I worked among them as a teacher, coach, and principal to make DAR School a great place to raise my kids and to nurture a family. I became the principal in 1976 and served as athletic director, and that might be when I did my best work, I don't know, because I began to hire coaches. I elevated Don Ryan. I hired coaches who did things I couldn't do. I elevated Don Ryan, and he won a county championship. I elevated John Myers, and he took the Patriots to a state tournament. I hired Bobby Buford and Kurt Jonas, and both of them took Patriot teams to the state tournament. Coach Jonas won a junior high state tournament. I hired Edward Geddes, who put the girls' basketball program on the map and won a state championship in 1989. And I hired Jimmy Ray Jones. He came in as probably the winningest basketball coach in DAR history, and is still winning games at Asbury now. So I hired all those guys. And listen, I don't take any credit for anything they did. But if I hadn't hired them, they wouldn't have done it. And last of all, I want to thank First Baptist Church of Grant, Pastors Eldridge Crisco and Keith Dodd and Anthony Barnes and Aaron Johnson, and the membership of that church for being a nurturing place for my family and for challenging me to become a more spiritual man. And so since 1999, I've been in full-time ministry, serving as Minister of Education and Administration at First Baptist Church in Athens, and then now serving as pastor at West Highland Baptist Church. And I want to thank, last of all, my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ, who's blessed me beyond all measure, and many of my friends from Athens and Madison here tonight. And I thank y'all for coming to be a part of this, and thank this Hall of Fame once again.
I knew at a very early age I wanted to be a pharmacist. I started working in a drugstore dipping ice cream at 15 years old.
Buddy is not only my mentor and my boss, he's also my uncle. It's a small town and we live in a great community. They're not only patients to us, they're friends.
He and his staff go above and beyond in treating you as a person, not as a prescription number.
Everyone loves Buddy Bunch. Everyone in this community loves and appreciates it.
Buddy's in Montgomery when we're having our legislative session days, when we have committee meetings. He's always there. He's educating us on what it truly means to the independent pharmacist.
Health Mart's been a part of my business about as long as Health Mart has existed, and it feels like you have someone to kind of lean on, almost like you have a home office you can call if you have a problem.
The big guys, your son or your daughter wake up sick in the middle of the night, they're not going to come and open their doors. Buddy Bunch does that for people. He does that.
You wake up in the morning and you know you're going to the pharmacy and you know you're going to be there about 10 hours. You better like it, and I really do. I wouldn't do anything else.
Congratulations to Buddy Bunch and his staff at Bunch Pharmacy as they were honored as the 2022 Health Mart National Pharmacy of the Year.
First Baptist Church of Gunnersville is another proud supporter of Gunnersville High School. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the seasons.
Ladies and gentlemen, inductee Kenneth Adams. Kenneth Merrill Adams was born on July 24, 1947 at the Albertville Infirmary to C.J. and June Adams of Boaz. He has one sister, Cynthia Lowe of Boaz. Ken played Little League and Pony League baseball in Boaz until his family moved to Douglas when he was in the 8th grade. At Douglas, there was not an organized school baseball team, but Kenneth began playing basketball. He played under legendary coach Cecil Pruitt in the 10th grade, Jay Dye in the 11th grade, and 2005 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Thomas Raines as a senior. His teammates included Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductees Wayne Wigley, 2002, Richard Hayes, 2007, and Joe Teal, 2019. In the 1964-65 season, the Eagles won the Region 5 tournament and went to the AHSAA state tournament in Tuscaloosa. The Eagles played hard, but lost to eventual state champion Priceville to end their season. Douglas did not have a baseball team until Ken's senior year in 1965. However, he also played catcher on the Albertville American Legion team and with the Gunnersville Redbirds. The Legion team was coached by Jacksonville State assistant coach Bobby Martin and included 2010 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Gary Ledbetter. Coach Martin was so impressed with these two players that he offered them an opportunity to play baseball at Jack State. The Gamecocks were coached by Gunnersville native Raymond Dirty Wedgeworth, a 2004 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee. Adams played catcher, right field, and first base for 4 years, and the Gamecocks won the Alabama Collegiate Conference Northern Division title all 4 of those years. One of Ken's proudest moments was when he presented JSU President Pete Matthews with the game ball on the day that the baseball field was named in Dr. Matthews' honor. Adams graduated in 1969 with a bachelor's degree in physical education and a minor in mathematics. He also received a master's degree in driver environmental safety in 1982 and taught math, PE, and driver education during his career. After graduation, Coach Adams' first job was teaching math and assistant basketball coach at Woodville High School under head coach Jack Tate in 1969 and 70. That team won the region and went to the 1970 AHSAA state tournament in Tuscaloosa. In 1970, he returned to Douglas High School to coach under Coach George Hoblitzel on the first Eagles football team. He also coached basketball alongside former teammate and now head coach Richard Hayes. The varsity team won both the area and region championships and advanced to the 1971 AHSAA state tournament, finishing in third place. One of the stars on that team was 2018 Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame inductee Rex Mitchell. Kenneth's 1986 junior high team beat Coleman in the Holly Pond Invitational Tournament and went on to a 30-1 record, losing only to Albertville in the finals of the Marshall County Tournament. Kenneth coached both football and basketball at Douglas for a total of 20 years, working alongside Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame coaches Gary Ledbetter, Rex Mitchell, John Allen, Gerald Thomas, and Hall of Fame nominee Paul McAbee. Other than Woodville and Douglas, Coach Adams' 42-year coaching career included stops at Cleveland High School, West End High School, and Patrician Academy. After retiring in Alabama, he moved to Georgia, where he coached at Temple Middle School from 2001 to 2008 and Mount Zion Middle School from 2008 to 2011. His Mount Zion team won the Carroll County Championship in 2009. Coach Adams has also sponsored the Fellowship of Christian Athletes at each school in which he has coached, served as a deacon at First Baptist Church in Douglas, and is a minister at the Deeper Life Christian Food Bank. Throughout his 42-year career in education, Coach Adams' dedication to his family, students, players, church, and community has positively affected the lives of thousands who have fallen under his sphere of influence. Kenneth is married to Tina Christopher Adams, a retired elementary school teacher. He has a son, Chad Adams, and a daughter, Megan June Earl. Kenneth also has 3 grandchildren, Nash Adams, JC Adams, and Jacqueline June Earl. Nash is following in his grandfather's footsteps as an outstanding baseball player for the JSU Gamecocks. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2019 inductee, Mr. Kenneth Adams.
Present Coach Adams with his plaque. And then I'll remind all of our inductees they have 5 minutes.
Thank you. I have somebody going to stand up at the end of 5 minutes, so I'll try to cut it right there. It's hard as a coach, most of you as coaches will understand this, to do a successful coaching career and enjoy coaching and teaching school without the support of a loving wife, and that I thank my wife Tina for. She has been very supportive and understanding of a lot of late nights and missed chores that I've done, so I thank you for that very much. My children, Chad and Megan, they understand as children of a coach that they got to sacrifice, and that they did with me, so I thank them very much. As you saw, and I wasn't expecting that, my grandchildren, Nash will be here, but he happens to be in Oxford, Mississippi right now playing for Go Gamecocks. And I'm very proud of it. I'm also proud of JC because she's on a church mission trip right now, and that's very exciting to me, and I'm thankful for that. My youngest granddaughter, she had no plans tonight. She's just 3 months old, so she's stuck with Papa. They told me I had to make a speech, and I got to thinking about it, trying to think of what I could write down. My wife kept asking me, "What are you going to write?" I said, "I don't know." "What are you going to say?" "I don't know." And I got to thinking about it. You saw all the inductees that I've been associated with during my career. I looked back through the magazine that they have, and I had 9 high school classmates that are members of this Marshall County Hall of Fame. 9 as classmates. I had 2 in college, I had a high school coach, a college coach. I worked with 17 coaches that are inducted into this Hall of Fame. I coached against many more. And sometimes I've always had the philosophy, to be the best, you've got to work against the best, you've got to play the best, you've got to stand up and fight against the best. And I feel like my whole career that I've worked with the best and I've fought against the best. And I'm excited and I'm thankful for that. Also looking there, I recognize 35 of these members that I'm personally, I would like to call friends now. Back then, there were not much friends, there were enemies. But they are friends to me now. So when I started trying to think about words I could write down, I was thinking, what can you say? What words can you put on a piece of paper that express all the support and encouragement that these men and women that you saw up here have? You work with them every day, you talk with them every day, they encourage you, they get on you, they fuss at you, but it makes you a better person. And I thank each and every person in my life that's been a part of my life, and words cannot express. Charlie Jimerson called me last year, I think, and told me that I've been nominated for this award. It was an honor that I couldn't comprehend it. It was beyond my comprehension, because I love teaching. I love coaching. That made me happy. And then tell me that I was honored by being nominated. That was fulfillment right there. Then he called me this year and said was going to be inducted. I cannot express in words the gratitude, the thank you, the honor that you have bestowed on me, and I am so honored that you have done that. I thank you. I appreciate everything that Marshall County and the coaches of Marshall County have done in my life, and I just say, God bless you.
Family-owned and operated Discount Building Supply in Warrenton is a whole lot more than building supplies and hardware. Stop by and browse their 130,000 square foot home center. You'll find popular smoker grills with supplies and seasonings, family outing and tailgate supplies, Yeti coolers, outdoor and hunting apparel, landscape management supplies, boathouse products, and everything to beautify your outdoor living space. Discount Building Supply and Home Center. 3 generations of the Walker family proudly serving your family. Looking for a lawn care service to add a fresh look to your home or business? Shelton Lawn Service can take your property to the next level with an emphasis on quality and affordability. Whether you're looking to maintain your current yard or ready to refresh your design, the Shelton Lawn Service professionals can handle the job. They love to help clients create the landscape of their dreams and rediscover the beauty of being outdoors. For a free estimate, give Brandon Shelton a call today at 256-293-8816. As the Electric Board of Guntersville, we want you to know that we are your partner in the community, providing reliable electricity and exceptional customer service. We're committed to helping our community succeed as it continues to grow. The Electric Board of Guntersville strives for excellence and takes pride in everything we do. No street light is too small or substation too big for us not to do the job well. And we hope our commitment, character, and integrity shine through every time you meet us as we empower our community to be the best it can be.
Shelton Body Shop, Highway 79 South in Guntersville is the place to go when you need auto body repair of any type. Jeff Shelton will be happy to give you a free estimate. And remember, it's not your insurance company's decision. You have a choice about which body shop you'd like to use for your repair work. Shelton Body Shop is on Highway 79 South. Call 256-582-8869. Shelton Body Shop, serving North Alabama's auto repair and refinishing needs for 51 years. A business built on faith and Christian values.
Ladies and gentlemen, 2019 inductee, Paul Cooley. Paul Cooley Jr. was born on August 7, 1925 in Arab, Alabama to Mr. and Mrs. Paul Cooley Sr. His parents did not give him a middle name, but people in Pisgah and Scottsboro would say that if he had one, it ought to be Mr. Basketball. Paul grew up during the Great Depression, working on the family farm, and once said, "I never played basketball in Arab. I never played any sports. I wasn't good enough." This proved to be an unlikely beginning for one of the most successful and highly respected coaches in the history of Alabama high school basketball. In 1943, America was in the midst of World War II. Like many other young men of that day, Paul enlisted in the U.S. Navy prior to high school graduation. During the war, he made a total of 20 trips across the Atlantic and Pacific Oceans on U.S. Navy ships. Following discharge, this member of the greatest generation completed high school by earning a GED. He then enrolled at Snead State Junior College, where he played basketball and baseball for 1 year. He transferred to Jacksonville State Teachers College, now JSU, and in 1951 earned a bachelor's degree in education. His first job was teaching at Henniger Junior High in DeKalb County, where he was asked to also coach junior high basketball. Coach Cooley's teams had a combined record of 35 wins and 15 losses. He then became the principal at Henniger, but only stayed in that job for 1 year. In 1954, Paul was offered a job as the head basketball coach at Pisgah High School in Jackson County. It was at this small school on Sand Mountain that Coach Cooley began to build a program that would become a dynasty known and feared throughout Alabama. Over the next 17 years, Cooley's Eagles won 410 games with 103 losses, playing most years as a 2A team when AHSAA sports were divided into only 2 classifications, A and 2A. During his tenure, Pisgah made a total of 5 trips to Tuscaloosa for the AHSAA state basketball tournament, winning 3. Cooley's Eagles finished the 1959 season with a victory over Hartselle in the Region 8 tournament, then won their first 2A basketball state championship with a victory over Selma 50-48. That team featured George Davis and Billy Tinker, with both making first-team All-State tournament. The trophy was presented in Foster Auditorium by Alabama head football coach Paul William Bryant. Coach Cooley's teams would continue to be a force in Alabama high school basketball after the AHSAA went to 4 classifications. His 1964 team beat Sylvania to win the Region 7 championship and another trip to Tuscaloosa. The Eagles defeated Greenville 78-72 in the 3A finals, with Gerald Brookshire, John Dearman, and Wallace Tinker making first-team All-Tournament. In 1966, Pisgah won the Region 7 tournament by beating Boaz. Coach Cooley won his 3rd state championship by beating Alexandria 65-60 in the 3A finals. Dale Stone and Frank Starkey were selected first-team All-Tournament. Coach Cooley was selected to coach the North Alabama High School All-Star team twice. The 1959 North team beat the team from South Alabama 61-57. In 1971, after 17 years as the Eagles head coach, Cooley decided it was time to hang up his whistle and teach for the remainder of his career in education. 4 years later, Jackson County rival Scottsboro came calling after the retirement of legendary coach Dusty Carter. Cooley responded to the call and took his coaching skills to Scottsboro, where he coached the basketball team for 6 seasons before retiring again in 1981. During that time, the Wildcats had a 126-47 record and 3 area championships. The 1977 Wildcats beat Oxford to win the Region 6 tournament and a trip to the AHSAA Elite 8. Coach Cooley retired in 1981 with 570 wins and 6 appearances in the Alabama State basketball tournament, winning 3. His teams also won the Sand Mountain and Jackson County tournaments 7 times each. Cooley had 35 players who went on to play in college. He received numerous Coach of the Year awards, including 2 as Tri-State Basketball Coach of the Year. Cooley has been inducted into the Jackson County Sports Hall of Fame, the Alabama High School Sports Hall of Fame, and the Jacksonville State Gamecock Hall of Fame. Tonight, his family returns to his home in Marshall County to complete a circle that started in Arab almost 80 years ago. In addition to his career as an educator, Paul Cooley served his country and community in many ways. He was a World War II veteran, taught Sunday school in his church, and was a member of the Gideons, the Civitan Club, and a 20-year member of the Jackson County Board of Education. Paul married the love of his life, Elizabeth Gilbreth Cooley, when they were students at JSU. She retired after teaching 30 years, mostly at Pisgah. They have a son, Michael, and a grandson, Caleb, whom the Cooleys reared from the age of 5. Caleb and granddaughter-in-law Kelly Cooley have a daughter, Shelby. Shelby proudly carries on her great-grandfather's name and legacy as an outstanding student athlete. She has won 6 championships showing horses, is an excellent golfer, and has won state honors through the Beta Club. Sadly, Coach Cooley passed away on March 13, 2000 at age 74. His funeral was held in the Paul Cooley Gymnasium at Pisgah High School and was presided over by one of his former players, Dr. Tommy Turner. Paul Cooley will always be remembered for the positive impact he had on his students, athletes, church, community, and family. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2019 inductee, Mr. Paul Cooley.
I was told to make this quick. And talking when we had the picture made out front, one lady said that her speech was 2 minutes. So I'm gonna do the best I can, bear with me. My daughter usually does this and my wife. I'm not the speaker of the house, I'm just the dad. Okay. What a pleasure here to be among friends, family, and great coaches and better halves tonight. On behalf of Coach Paul Cooley family, thank you coaches, family, friends, and colleagues. I am Caleb Cooley, the grandson. My daughter Shelby was going to give this speech tonight, but at 14, she decided to go to the beach. I'm left with speech. All right, bear with me, okay? I am Martin Duties tonight. My granddad put off retirement at the age he should have been traveling and relaxing in 81. For the second time in life, he played the role of father. He learned to ride horses again. He played many roles in my life. Coaching is what he's being honored for tonight. However, I want to talk about another role he played, the most important, impacting lives of young men. He took me at the age of 6 out of a home, addiction, alcoholism, and brought me into a home of love, acceptance and stability, and most of all, God. I'm so thankful today this man born here in Marshall County came into my life at such a young age. When I needed a hero, God sure sent me the right one. I have heard stories, lives he impacted, male and female. The roles he played, other than a coach, I've heard the stories of him leading to victories at the most last moment of the game, teaching lessons in life. It lasted a lifetime for young men. The role he played in my life as a father was an undeniably the biggest role. But without him, I wouldn't be the father, husband, son, grandson I am today. Marshall County is where it began, and I see how God has brought all things full circle by ending in Marshall County. I thank God for completion. I am thankful for each coach represented here tonight, played a part in passing the ball. That means they took what he gave them and passed it on to another young person. Without passing the ball, we cannot be effective. Today, I think, given the chance, he would have said, pass the ball one more time, so that somebody has a chance to create their own destiny and greatness. Shelby, my daughter, has accomplished so much in such a short period of time on this earth. She has just finished the last year of junior high at Scottsboro City Schools with a GPA of 4.0. She has won the entire state of Alabama Band Convention and will compete in 2 weeks for the Nationals in Oklahoma. She has played volleyball, softball, golf, track, and of course, basketball. She has been a president of the Art Club, leadership in 4-H, and won the state horse show in Alabama 6 times. Several weeks ago, she asked her mama, "Have I done enough?" Am I enough to be what he thought was good? Her mama said no. You've exceeded good and went straight to great. I believe that her impact is a direct result of my wife, and I'm passing the ball to her. In the words of the greatest dad I ever knew, finish well. How ironic that we finish here in Marshall County where it all began. Thank you.
Shane Vandegrift and the Lake Guntersville Real Estate team are proud supporters of the Guntersville City Schools and Wildcat Athletics. They encourage you to get out and support your local sports. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home, the best call you can make is Lake Guntersville Real Estate at 256-582-0112. Visit their informative website, shanev.com. They're your source for real estate in the Lake Guntersville area. They'll support you through the entire process, just like they support the Wildcats.
As the city of Guntersville continues to grow and prosper, your Guntersville Water Board keeps pace with their commitment to invest in state-of-the-art facility and technology upgrades as they prepare to provide customers with unsurpassed quality of life for decades to come. Most notably, perhaps, is the extensive renovations to the award-winning Sunset Water Treatment Facility on Willow Beach Road, which supplies safe and reliable drinking water to over 5,500 customers from Sand Mountain to Connors Island. And behind the scenes, multi-million-dollar investments in infrastructure such as water towers, sewer lines, and the recent extensive renovation to the East Lake wastewater plant demonstrate Guntersville Water Board's commitment to meeting the business and residential demands of this growing progressive city. For more information on the Guntersville Water Board, including fast and easy online bill payment, visit their informative website, gvillewater.com.
At the Driving Factor, we know you're looking for a reliable vehicle.
Whether you're heading to work,
headed to play,
or taking the grandkids to the beach.
Are we there yet?
At the Driving Factor, every vehicle comes with a warranty for the length of the contract.
And you get a Carfax with every purchase.
We make everything easy. From the application process, the approval, or to the payments, either online or in store.
At the Driving Factor, we're not your ordinary buy here, pay here dealer.
If you're looking for a rental home or apartment in the Guntersville area, call on Bonds Real Estate. Visit bondsrealestate.com to search their extensive list of available properties.
Ladies and gentlemen, class of 2019 inductee, Kimberly Neto Driscoll. Kimmy Neto was born on December 14, 1979 in Lafayette, Louisiana. She moved to Arab, Alabama in 1989 with her mother, Tina Warren. She attended Grassy School as a 5th grader and then transferred to the Kate Duncan Smith Daughters of the American Revolution School, DAR, the next year when Mrs. Warren was hired as the elementary librarian and media specialist. Kim's grandfather, Carol Bayham, was an inspiration to her athletic career. He was a sprinter in high school and college and was awarded the 1953 MVP and high point scorer at South Louisiana Institute, now the University of Louisiana Lafayette. At DAR High School, Neto excelled in both academics and sports. She gives credit to DAR track and field coach Diane Myers for her coaching and motivation. Kimmy qualified for the Alabama State track and field meet 5 years in a row and set school records in both the 400 and 800 meter runs. Her awards include All Marshall County Track in 1995 and 1997 and Track MVP in 1993, 94, and 95. In addition to track and field, Kimberly was also a junior high and varsity cheerleader. Her varsity cheer coach was Melissa Segler. Kimmy was selected Most School Spirit in 1996 and 97. In addition to athletics, Neto was also selected to participate in the Marshall County Youth Leadership Program, Girls State, and was a people-to-people student ambassador to Europe in 1997. She was ranked 3rd in the DAR graduation class of 1997 and received the Dredla Sanderson Scholarship in addition to a Texas A&M Leadership Scholarship. Kimberly used these to study international business and pre-law at Texas A&M University. In 1999, Kim was taking an elective physical education class in archery, which happened to be taught by one of the Texas A&M archery coaches, Frank Thomas. Coach Thomas thought that she had good potential for the sport and offered her a scholarship to be on the women's archery team. Coach Thomas stated, "Kimmy started on the Texas A&M archery team as an average shooter. However, through her hard work and dedication, she became one of the most dependable archers on the team." She was also a total team player. She would do whatever she could to help others improve, and she would work tirelessly to do whatever the team needed done. Kimmy is the type person and archer that we hope all our shooters aspire to be. Neto went on to be a 2-year varsity letter winner. She was part of 2 indoor and 2 outdoor national championship teams at A&M during the 2000-2001 and 01 and 02 seasons. In the outdoor nationals, held at Penn State in 2000, Kimmy placed 10th, and the team won the national championship. The 2001 championships were held at the University of Texas, where Kimmy finished 5th nationally and added another national championship to her credits. She also won 1st place in the Texas State Field in 2000 and was the Texas State Archery Association Compound Archer of the Year in 2001. As a student at Texas A&M, Nedu was on the Dean's List, the Aggie Bonfire Crew, the Century Club, and was the Leggett Hall Traditions Chairman in 1998 and 99. After graduation in 2001, she moved to Florida to work in the construction field and is currently the Director of Purchasing for Pulte Homes, the 3rd largest residential construction company in the U.S. Kimberly has continued her education, receiving a Master of Science degree in 2007 from the University of South Florida and a Juris Doctorate from Stetson University of Law in 2015. In her spare time, Kimberly has volunteered with Guardian Ad Litem as a child advocate in court, in the DART Animal Shelter, and teaches a 2nd grade Sunday school class in her church. Kim is married to Paul Driscoll. Her family left to right are her mother, Tina Warren, grandparents Carol and Bobby Bayham, Andy Warren, Kimberly, and Paul Driscoll. She and Paul also continue to enjoy running together by participating in a variety of national and international running events, including marathons. Ladies and gentlemen, Marshall County Sports Hall of Fame Class of 2019 inductee, Mrs. Kim Driscoll.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal, community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's Community Channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of Community Channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373. Shane Vandegrift and the Lake Guntersville Real Estate Team are proud supporters of the Guntersville City Schools and Wildcat Athletics. They encourage you to get out and support your local sports. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home, the best call you can make is Lake Guntersville Real Estate at 256-582-0112. Visit their informative website, shanev.com. They're your source for real estate in the Lake Guntersville area. They'll support you through the entire process, just like they support the Wildcats. If you're looking for a rental home or apartment in the Guntersville area, call on Bonds Real Estate. Visit bondsrealestate.com to search their extensive list of available properties.
Hello, I'm Leslie Wright, and I'd like to welcome you to altrav.net, the online home of Horizon's Alabama Traveler, where we offer discounted certificates to the area's best restaurants, attractions, and more. To purchase certificates to any of the businesses you see featured here on the show, visit our website at www.altrav.net. Go to the Merchants page to place your order, and your certificates will be mailed out the following day. So without further delay, let's go to a participating merchant video.
We're pleased to welcome the return of local restaurants to our lineup of Altrav discount certificates. Get out and support local business. We especially encourage you to remember our locally owned restaurants. They certainly will welcome your visit. David Harden and family welcome you to Wildcat Cafe, conveniently located across Highway 431 from Guntersville High School beside Foodland. Many of you remember David from his years at Guntersville Bowling Center, and particularly their snack bar. And a few years later, he opened his own restaurant, Tin Top Diner. And now David, along with his daughter Lindsay and son Patrick, own and operate Wildcat Cafe. Their specialty is fried or grilled chicken fingers along with their popular JoJo's, and the original dipping sauce on the side. They're available as a snack or by the plate with your choice of drink and other delicious sides like coleslaw, baked beans, pinto beans, fried okra, potato salad, french fries, onion rings, or corn. You decide, and your plate is prepared fresh to order. Other popular menu options include old-fashioned hand-patted hamburgers and cheeseburgers. The hamburger steak plate topped with seasoned onions and Dale seasoning is another popular choice. Wildcat Cafe also offers Barry's barbecue sandwiches or plates with sides. Salad choices include side salads and house salads, which you can have topped with your choice of chicken fingers or barbecue. You're always welcome to dine in or call ahead for your takeout orders. Wildcat Cafe also offers a convenient drive-thru for your to-go pickups. The Harden family extends a special invitation for your family to visit Wildcat Cafe, where you're always greeted with a smile and prompt, friendly service. They're located at 14164 Highway 431 across from Guntersville High School beside Foodland. Give them a call at 256-486-2233 and be sure to like Wildcat Cafe on Facebook. They're open to serve you Tuesday through Saturday for lunch and evening dining along with a Sunday lunch. And don't forget the kids. There's a special menu for them also. Wildcat Cafe, great food in a family dining atmosphere. Now visit Horizon's altrav.net website for your discount certificate to Wildcat Cafe and other popular local restaurants, shops, and attractions.
You're watching altrav.net, the online home of Horizon's Alabama Traveler. Visit our website at www.altrav.net to purchase discounted certificates to any of the merchants you see featured here on the show.
Wilson's Fabric on Highway 431 in Boaz is Alabama's largest fabric store. Family owned since 1964, the Wilson family is still involved in all day-to-day operations, and they, along with their experienced, helpful staff, will be happy to answer any questions and assist with all your needs. They now offer the area's largest selection of heat transfer vinyl and adhesive sticky back vinyl. All the popular brands are in stock, along with any supplies you may need. Shop in store or online at wilsonfabric.com. Free shipping on all orders over $50. Team fabrics are popular, and Wilson's has a wide selection of licensed collegiate and pro prints, along with color schemes to match most any high school. There's even yard signs for our local schools. For all your home decorating projects, Wilson stocks a variety of brands, prints, and styles to match your decor. They have almost 5,000 square feet with over 1,400 rolls of upholstery material. If you're looking for vintage replica fabrics from the 30s and 40s or the Civil War, you're in luck. They have a section dedicated to each. No one locally stocks more notions or other sewing supplies. Check out the notions wall and other supplies displayed throughout the store. They offer everything you may need, the best selection at the best price, with the friendly personal service you've come to expect since 1964. Give them a call at 256-593-6501, visit online at wilsonfabrics.com, or you're always welcome to stop by the store at 1524 Highway 431 in Boaz. Wilson's Fabric is also proud to be a row-by-row experience participant. This fun, cooperative event is brought to you by participating quilt shops around the world.
You're watching altrav.net, the online home of Horizons Alabama Traveler. Visit our website at www.altrav.net to purchase discounted certificates to any of the merchants you see featured here on the show.
Since 1986, BG's restaurant on Baltimore Avenue in Albertville has been serving up their famous chicken fingers, burgers, and other short-order menu items. Brent and Gay Raines founded BG's as a family-run business. As the family has grown, so has the business, and everyone remains involved as they continue the tradition of fast, friendly hometown service. BG's is probably best known for their hand-breaded, tender and juicy chicken fingers, but there's something on the menu for everyone. They offer a great selection including burgers, sandwiches, basket combos, and ice cream treats. And now the convenient drive-through window makes it so easy to grab your favorite meal and go. Simply place your order at the speaker or call ahead for even faster service. BG's popular homemade signature chicken sauce is now available to the public. Buy it at the restaurant or pick it up from your favorite grocery store. BG's chicken sauce is great on chicken, burgers, salads, fries, veggies, and lots of other foods. BG's is open from 9 till 6 Monday through Saturday, closed on Sunday. For a complete menu and more, visit their website, www.bgsrestaurant.com. To purchase this week's BG's Altrav discount certificate, visit our website, altrav.net.
Where do you go to find good stuff at great prices? Little Lots in Boaz, where there's lots of name brands for lots less. Owners Tony and Nancy Walker have come across so many deals that their original 26,000 square foot building wouldn't hold it all, and they've expanded into other stores in the same plaza. Each store is different and features special buyout deals. With a total shopping area exceeding 40,000 square feet, you can come to spend the day shopping at Little Lots, browsing the aisles of good stuff at great prices. There's not only great prices, there's a great selection on lots of different merchandise. The Flowers and More store is also filled with special items for every day or the next holiday. Room decor, table settings, saddles, and more, all priced to move. Better not delay, the best selections may go in a hurry. New items are still arriving, so shop now and shop often. Little Lots in Boaz, great stuff at great prices. You're watching altrav.net, the online home of Horizons Alabama Traveler. Visit our website at www.altrav.net to purchase discounted certificates to any of the merchants you see featured here on the show.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal, community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's Community Channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of Community Channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373. Shane Vandegrift and the Lake Guntersville Real Estate team are proud supporters of the Guntersville City Schools and Wildcat Athletics. They encourage you to get out and support your local sports. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home, the best call you can make is Lake Guntersville Real Estate at 256-582-0112. Visit their informative website, shanev.com. They're your source for real estate in the Lake Guntersville area. They'll support you through the entire process, just like they support the Wildcats. If you're looking for a rental home or apartment in the Guntersville area, call on Bonds Real Estate. Visit bondsrealestate.com to search their extensive list of available properties.
Hi, I'm Dr. John Bcast from Guntersville, Alabama. I'm a practicing family physician here and have been here since 1983 here in Marshall County. I'd like to talk just a minute about the immunity to COVID and questions that have arisen about vaccines and the monoclonal antibody infusion treatments for COVID. The purpose of the vaccine is to boost the immunity and the immune system to protect you from infection from the COVID-19 virus. The vaccine has been out since December of last year and is widely distributed throughout the community, so there should be no problem if you desire getting the vaccine for you to find that. But the vaccine works by making your body produce antibodies to the virus itself, and that antibody response protects you against infection from the virus. It's not 100% protective. You can still have had the vaccine and still become infected with the COVID virus, but if that happens, your chances of surviving the viral attack is very, very high, and chances of you having to be hospitalized is very low. We strongly recommend that you get the vaccine as a preventative against the COVID-19 virus. The monoclonal antibodies are actually used to treat people that are infected with the virus, and it is not a preventative. It does help people get over the virus much quicker, and they seem to get better much quicker. But it is not a preventative, and you should not rely on us having the monoclonal antibodies to get you well. They don't function in that way. We would ask for your protection and for protection of others to get the vaccine. And there have been significant misunderstandings about the vaccine, about the virus. A lot of it's related to political connotations and misinformation, and would like to just address some of those concerns that people have presented to me about the vaccine itself. This is a very safe vaccine. People are concerned because it has been produced so rapidly, but you have to understand that the technology behind the vaccine has been going on since the 1990s. So this is not a new process. It's been developed over the last 20 to 30 years. And once this virus became a pathogenic virus to us, then they were able to produce the vaccine rapidly based on the technology that's been developed over the years. So just because it came to the market relatively quickly, there's a lot of background experience in the development of this vaccine. So do not be scared because of that. There are also questions about microchips being put in the vaccine. If you're concerned about that, then you need to get rid of your cell phone, you need to get rid of your laptop computers, you need to get rid of all the technology you have because you're being tracked every day by that. There are no microchips in the vaccine. The question also arises, does the vaccine make me sick? It may make you have an immune response and give you a flu-like illness for a few days, but I can promise you from personal experience, getting the vaccine is a lot less painful and a lot less worrisome than having COVID itself. And I have personally had COVID, and I personally had the vaccine. and I'd much rather have the vaccine than the COVID. There are all sorts of rumors out there on the internet about why not getting the vaccine, but I promise you that if it were not safe, we would not be promoting it. So I would ask you from the bottom of my heart, take the vaccine, get vaccinated, and protect yourself and others that you love from this dreadful virus. You're also protecting the healthcare workers, and my heart goes out to everyone in the medical field right now. You're overworked, you're tired, just keep hanging in there. Other questions that have come up are the questions of whether or not you should be checked for your immunity once you've had the vaccine. We know that the vaccines cause an immune response. We can check the antibody levels, but it is not recommended that you have blood drawn to see if you've responded to the vaccine. The reason being is that the level of the antibody response does not necessarily correlate to the protection that the vaccine gives you. So you don't need to have your antibody levels tested. You do need to have the booster vaccines. The question at this point is when. The recommendation right now is that we do 8 months after the second vaccine if you got the 2-shot vaccine. That may change to 6 months, but we're waiting to get the final determination on that. There's also a question about the booster shot for the J&J vaccine. They have found out now that there's about a 10-fold increase in antibody response to a second J&J vaccine, but the recommendation at this point has not been made to get the booster shot for that vaccine. So again, thank you. Please consider getting vaccinated. If you have questions, don't rely on the internet to give you the answers. I would ask that you go to a healthcare provider that is educated in this and ask them the questions that are concerning you, and they'll hopefully give you answers that you can take and use that information to make an informed decision with.
Horizon Communications' archives of local high school sports and school programs now spans decades and generations, covering multiple sports and programs. DVDs of these memorable events make the perfect gift for any occasion, and the cost is simple and affordable. The first game or program DVD is $20, the second game or program is $15, and then any others are only $10 each, all on their own individual DVD. Pre-1990 games converted from coaches' films are as low as $5 per game. We have hundreds of games from the late 50s on up. Give us a call at 256-582-7373, message us on Facebook, or email mharden@horizoncommunications.net to check the availability of your desired event. Let Horizon Communications help you with the gift of video to be treasured for a lifetime. Since 1992, Horizon Communications has brought you community channel programming. As we're preparing for another season of high school sports, we'd like to take this opportunity to thank our many loyal community-minded sponsors who've supported Horizon's local origination programming through the years. We encourage our local viewers to patronize our local sponsors and let them know how much you enjoy Horizon's community channel broadcast. For information on joining our team of community channel broadcast sponsors, give Mike Harden a call at 256-582-7373. Shane Vandegrift and the Lake Guntersville Real Estate Team are proud supporters of the Guntersville City Schools and Wildcat Athletics. They encourage you to get out and support your local sports. If you're thinking of buying or selling a home, the best call you can make is Lake Guntersville Real Estate at 256-582-0112. Visit their informative website, shanev.com. They're your source for real estate in the Lake Guntersville area. They'll support you through the entire process, just like they support the Wildcat. If you're looking for a rental home or apartment in the Guntersville area, call on Bonds Real Estate. Visit bondsrealestate.com to search their extensive list of available properties.
Hey folks, Tim Witt at Sand Mountain Toyota. Our goal is to be Sand Mountain's pre-owned vehicle destination. We strive to keep vehicles for every budget, and all of our vehicles go through a strict multi-point inspection by our award-winning service department. And don't forget, we're paying top dollar for your vehicle. We want to buy your vehicle. Sand Mountain Toyota, Highway 431 Albertville, or sandmountaintoyota.com.
Your local Foodland Market. Your store for everyday low prices and weekly specials with savings on every aisle and friendly customer service throughout the store. We sell only the best USDA inspected meats. Our trained meat cutters offer fresh cut meats to your specification. Our fruits and vegetables are always fresh, quality and variety you deserve every day. Your local Foodland Market, where savings plus service plus selection equals satisfaction.
Foodland, your football tailgating headquarters.
When my dad wanted a new mower, he'd say, "Come on, buddy, let's go see Jim, our local Toro dealer." For service, I'd hear, "Come on, buddy, let's call Jim." So naturally, I got my mower here. Some things never change. Right, buddy? Well, some things. Real people, real support. You can't beat the personal service from your neighborhood Toro dealer. There's a Toro dealer like Jim in your town.
Visit the helpful, knowledgeable staff at Bond's Appliance on Gunner Avenue in Gunnersville.
Since 1952, Wilkes Tire and Battery Service in Albertville has been the best place to take your vehicle for service you can trust. The Wilkes family takes pride in carrying on a tradition of providing great service, working with integrity, and giving back to the community. For tires, batteries, auto services, and more, choose people you can trust. At Wilkes Tire and Battery Service, we get you started and keep you going.
People's Bank is my go-to place for banking.
When you deal with People's, their goal is your success.
Here at People's Bank, it's more about a relationship.
I know my bankers, and I've got their cell numbers. I just call them.
If we had been with a larger bank, we would have just been a number. We're supported 100% by People's Bank.
They're our neighbor, they're our friends. We're part of this community.
I went to People's Bank because I knew they were going to take care of me.
People's Bank treat us like we're the most important client they have.
Looking for a place that offers something for the whole family? Sand Mountain Park in Albertville is that place. Our membership packages are designed for the entire family. Our first-class facility features a top-of-the-line fitness center along with an indoor aquatic center, basketball and racquetball courts, child watch, group exercise classes, a state-of-the-art tennis center, an 18-hole disc golf course, and much more. SMPA is truly fit for the whole family. Become a member today. Visit sandmountainpark.com/memberships for more information.
Since 1956 and through 3 generations, the C.A. Langford Company has provided crushed limestone, sand, asphalt, and more. From large commercial projects to small jobs and residential needs. For products and services information, call 582-5723 or visit their informative website, calangford.company. Marshall County Gas is a proud supporter of this Community Channel broadcast. Remember, gas does it better naturally. The physicians and staff at Lakeside Clinic in Gunnersville are proud supporters of our local schools and athletic teams. Lakeside Clinic in Gunnersville, proudly physician-owned and operated.
With your Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet, your busy life just got a lot less complicated. The Citizens Bank and Trust digital wallet is compatible with Apple, Google, and Samsung Pay, and it's available right now on your mobile device. Citizens Bank and Trust. Small bank, big difference.
Steve and Marilyn Murphy invite you to visit Harrelson Drugs. In addition to being your trusted healthcare resource, Harrelson carries a great selection of gifts and collectibles. You'll find aisles of the most popular names and brands suitable for any occasion. They're also your source for customized invitations and printing. You'll always find an all-occasion card to say exactly what you're feeling. Harrelson's also carries convenience groceries from the shelf and from the cooler. Harrelson Drugs on the corner of Olbrich and Patterson in Gunnersville.
RE/MAX Gunnersville is a proud supporter of the Gunnersville City Schools academics and athletics. Best of luck to the Wildcats throughout the year. For all your real estate needs, call on the local professional staff at RE/MAX Gunnersville, 256-582-5585. As loyal fans for over 6 decades, this team of former Wildcats is proud to support Gunnersville City Schools, academics, and athletics. Beard & Beard Attorneys at Law would like to wish our local schools the best of luck and encourage their fans to attend the games and cheer them on.
Hi, this is Paul Harris with State Farm in Guntersville, your local State Farm agent. I am a proud Guntersville alumni and Wildcat athletic supporter. Please give us a call at 256-582-3250 or come by and see us at 1246 Gunter Avenue across from the gas board for all your insurance needs. We are here to help life go right. Best of luck and go Wildcats.